Hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Room, where today we're going to take a really good look at BeatHawk from UVI. Okay, so you'll initially load this up, and this is kind of the screen you're presented with. And so far, this has been really enjoyable to use and learn. Within a couple of hours, it was pretty much everything was made clear to me. It's very powerful. It's and of the other two similar products, there's lots of these, but of maybe IMPC Pro and iMachine, this is the most enjoyable to use. So this is kind of the default kit you load up with. But this does some great things, and it's very easy to control. So in this section here, where we have pattern and track is selected, for each of these samples that we select, you can apply different things. You know, you can adjust the gain, and the pan, and the pitch. We don't do, your pitch is going to go up and down, and then you have a low pass filter, very nice, and also a high pass filter, and a reverb, and a delay. So before we go any further with how this works, you can go to this little section here and go to preferences, and this is where you'll find your your preferences, your global preferences for the app, sort of thing. So you have your metronome volume, your built-in pitch input, and other various things from MIDI. And then you have your effects controls, your reverb, decay, your room size, decay low, decay high, and then you have your different delay times and stuff like that. So that's basically that. So we can go out of there. So over here, like I said, we have so for instance, if we select this bass patch here, or that synth patch, we can control the ADSR, so the attack, so we can have it fade in, which is very nice, or we can have the release longer, and the decay and sustain. Okay, so on this record section here, as you can see, it's going to record mic input. Okay, now there is a really easy way to get your own samples into this using Audio Share. So if you've got Audio Share, it's going to be a piece of cake. I'll show you that as well. And then you have the actual, sorry, we'll select that again. Go to, so obviously I can't go to sample. Oh yeah, I see. No, because that's not a sample. It's a pitched sound over a keyboard. Sorry. So you need to go into, like for instance, a sample. So say you wanted to have a look at that particular sample there. There it is. We have some basic edits. We can stretch here, or we can trim. Okay, but it's pretty basic. But you know, it's not really that kind of thing. So okay, so over here we have this little selector here for the sample that we're in. So we can scroll through the samples in that particular bank, or we can just hit this and we can go to our selector for our sounds. Now this is very cool as well. Now I've purchased, you get two, you get EDM and urban. Okay, so you get two of these banks with the app, which at the moment I think is £3.99p. I think it's on special for a little bit, then it'll go up to £8. I bought brass, choirs, disco, funk, guitar, and world, and then you have your user library here. Okay, and then the other ones are you can buy, which I didn't. Well, I may buy a acoustic grand actually, but it gives you a little chance if you wanted to have a listen. You can play the demo, and I must admit the grand is very good. It was the most expensive one at £7.99 as well. So the others were like £3.99, £1.49. So I thought they were very reasonably priced. there's that. So anyway, we can exit now. Oh, let's go back to where we were. Oh yeah, while we're here, we may as well do this thing as well. So if you want to sample, so say for instance, you can see, if I exit this a sec, you'll see that all my things are full. But say for instance, I wanted to replace a particular, I'll replace this tom here. Okay, so we just go to browser, and that's another way you can get in. You just hit browser. Okay, and you can see that it'll take you straight away to the actual sample that's loaded in. So we can see it's from the EDM library in the drum elements section, and we're in tom. So say we wanted to just change that tom, for instance, we just hit it once and then we can sample it. We'll preview it if you like. And it'll still be a little tick saying that that's the one that's selected at the moment. But I don't want a tom there, so let's go to instrument. Now this is really great now. So we've got animated instruments here, so we could select that and or so okay, so I say, well, I don't like any of them. I'm going to choose something else instead. So try synth lead. We have lots of different ones we can choose from. Okay, so you get the idea. You can, I'm going to choose that organ one there. So once you've selected the actual sound that you want, and you can choose the pad you want to place it in here. We're going to change that tom. We just press load, and we can exit now, and it's in there. Now the thing I really like about this is once you've got that and you want to work with a particular sound, for instance, if you go to pitch here, it changes into a keyboard. So, and you can change the octave up and down there. Okay, but you can also, I've got my little MIDI keyboard plugged in now. So I can play that with, let's add some decay. Now because this is audio bus compatible as well, works in the input slot only, so you can't record samples in to this that way. Okay, you can record via the microphone or any line input, obviously. If you can get a microphone into it, you can get any line input into it. So you could record guitar samples if you had iRig, synth, hardware synths, anything like that. If you had another iPad, you could plug that into it. Or you can use audio share, or general pasteboard, or audio copy. I don't have audio copy, the Retronym's audio copy on here because it's not necessary for me. But I use just the general pasteboard, and I'll show you how that works as well. So you get that general idea, okay? Which means that you can like play your MIDI keyboard, but you can play it for any of them, whatever pad you select. So if you just go to pitch again, and you can, it's brilliant. That's brilliant. The volume is. You can record that, you see, volume changes, mute, obvious. If I wanted to erase that particular snare drum, I just hold that, hit that, and it'll ask me if I want to empty that particular track, which I don't. Okay, select is very clever as well. I'll tell you why, because, you know, I'll show you. I'll just I'll just record a little thing. Before I do that as well, also, patterns here is very, very clever. If you go to pattern, we can see that we've selected pattern 1, and we can see that the length is 2, and we can have up to 16 bars long, okay, which is brill. Okay, so you can do that for any of the patterns. You can just change the length. See, that one's an 8, that's a 4, that's a 4, this one's a 2. So I'm just going to record a little thing here. Now you can control the metronome volume as well from the preferences, as you've seen. Okay, I will point out at this point as well, bearing in mind that this is release version 1, I have had a couple of issues here I've had it crash a couple of times, so at the moment I save everything I'm doing regularly, so save all the time, which is very, very simple to do. And I had an instance a couple of times as well where the reverb and the delay stopped working, but so far they're the only two bugs I've come across. Okay, and they'll be fixed by version 2, no doubt. Also, there was another thing as well which I wasn't, which I'd like to see different as well, but I'll get to that in a sec. But that's not a problem with the app sort of thing. Okay, so we just hit this. It'll give you a 4-bar count in, and then it'll start to record. Now you can see as well, also, that is quantize is switched on and it's quantized to 1/16. You get a massive amount of quantize options here. You don't have to have any at all, or you can select from all of these. Okay, so that's very, very good. Or we can turn quantize off and we just record freehand, which will be good for if I'm recording my keyboard. So let's put quantize back on. So you can see basically there how simple it is to record. Let's speed it up a little bit as well. Now, you can speed up by several ways as well. You can either tap the tempo in, or you can hold and drag up and down, like that. Or you can double tap and enter the value, like that. So we're going to record a bit more at that speed. Actually, so right. I'm going to go back to track and take that down. So there you go. You can see it's very simple to record whatever you like. So if we just select this as well, and let's record a little bit more, but this time I'm going to go to pitch, and I'm going to record without quantize this time, and I'm going to record a little bit of a bass thing. Done. So there you go. There you have that. And then we can go to pattern here. Now I'm going to copy, select the pattern 2, paste, and now I've got my next thing to add on. So go to pad, and we'll select that, just hit record, make sure I'm on pitch. There's my first pattern. So you can see how super simple it is to add. We've gone through adding different sounds to different things there, and how easy it is to record and how good it sounds. Now you have one undo. You hit undo and it'll take away the last thing I've just done, which is the string recording, but I don't want to do that. Okay, so let's see. We have our groove here, so our swing factor, if you like, and what's it? So let's what we'll do now is have a look at gone through most of the things there as well, most of them. Yep. Oh yeah, a couple of other things. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to show you, wasn't it? Yeah, why select was brilliant. Okay, so say for instance, you know when you're recording these things, like, and you select another track like that, it fires off, doesn't it? It makes the sound. So say for instance, if I was trying to record, so if I wanted to, right, let me just explain. If this is playing and I want to then, while it's still recording, I want to record some of these organ sounds. As soon as I hit organ, now you're going to hear the organ, yeah? So listen. Well, I don't want that. Let me undo it. Did you see what it did then? I'm going to have to record that again on. Yeah, I'll just quickly record that again. It undone my last recording. So now, so let's go back to pad. Now I want to record some organ now, but this is still recording. So if I hit select, there's no overlay of the sound. I can go straight into my organ. So now I've got two patterns. Fabulous. Okay. So now we're going to take a look at song mode. So song mode is genius on this. It's genius. You go onto song mode and you have this nice page here. So we want to start with, say, pattern 1. Okay. So we take pattern 1 and we drop it in there. We can see it's 2 bars long. Okay. And then say, for instance, and then we want pattern 2 to follow it directly, as you normally would, and you can build up your patterns and such and things like this. Okay, so just let's have a listen. So you can see there that we did our 2 patterns and off it went. Now, the brilliant thing is now, the things you can do. So let's take this first pattern again and put it there. And let's select it. What you can do now is you can mute stuff. So let's mute this and this just for this pattern. So let's play from the beginning. So what you can do is just using pattern 1, you could just mute and unmute parts, and or you could do it the other way. You could select your pitch that are playing on your different patterns, maybe different sound keys or things are playing on pattern 2. But what you can also do, which is also great, is you can extend the pattern as well. So say, for instance, you'd recorded the pattern 1, and instead of copying it like 20 times, you can just go like this. You can make it as long as you like, and it'll just... But not only that, which is the coolest thing here is, you can also take it right back down to just one beat like this. Okay, so let's just move these a little bit for now, and what we're going to do is select that one pattern, and then I'm going to move my play cursor to there, and I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to do it again to move the play cursor there and paste, and paste it again, and then I'm going to take pattern 1 back to there, so it just starts, and have pattern 2 play there. So you can see what we're going to get now. We're going to get like a kind of a stutter effect, but which is really nice because you could put this in anywhere. You know, you could put little hits in and stuff. Very cool. I think that's a fabulous feature, and the fact that you can mute and unmute and then copy and paste, that's fantastic. You can export. I'm guessing it's exporting to iTunes file sharing. Right. Okay, so let's go back to song, and let's have a quick look at some of the other things. So we can load our projects here. So these are the user projects. They're the ones that come with it, and these are the ones I've been playing with. Okay, so I did with my disco pack, I did a construct thing. So you can either choose to load the project, which is the song as well, or you can just load the kit, which is absolutely brilliant because you may want to do a complete new thing. But we'll load the project, and here is the project. It's only one thing, and I think with the song I did a couple of dropouts and stuff. So we'll just play the track, and this is with, I'll just show you as well before we go any further. The thing that I used here, you can see, was the disco kit for most of it, and I started with construction kits. The construction kit is a good place to start if you want to build a track because it puts it all in the right key, but that doesn't matter because you can change the key of everything and keep it in time because you just use the pitch control to play it however you want, which is exactly what I did. So you can sample all the different, and there's absolutely tons of samples in each of these purchase packs, and these are the construction kits, see, and lots of all the different styles. And then you have drum elements, drum loops, instruments, again, instrument loops. So you have things like this, which is very cool. Very nice. And then percussion loops, and you can choose different ones, mixed percussion. And again, it's very simple just to drop it in anything you want. And you can see if you've got empty places, we can just put it there. So we could say, for instance, oh, let's put a instrument loop, and let's put a keyboard in, and we can load that into that slot there, exit, and then we can go to pitch and have it play any way we like. But let's listen to our actual loop then. We can add that in. So that's great. So let's go to song and see what I did with that. See, I had things muted and unmuted. Did the little stutter thing here, look. So that took seriously about 15 minutes to put together with the disco construction pack. Superb. So we've gone through some of the things now. So let's do this. Let's create a new project which will clean everything out. So we can know our pattern bar length is 1. Well, we're going to set that to 4 just to keep things nice and simple. So there's nothing in any of these. But I'm going to import a sample of my own. Okay, so let's go to browser and let's go to user library. Now here, these are things that have been used. Now this is one of the niggles that I wanted to, I can't see, maybe you can, but if UVI are watching this or anyone's watching this, it would be nice in an update to be able to delete, pick up and throw out and delete these. Because if I didn't want anything that was in the general pasteboard, I'd prefer it to be to have the choice of clearing these out. It's no big deal, but it'd be nice as eventually it's going to fill up memory and stuff and what have you, without having to plug it into a computer and go to iPhone Box or iTunes and delete the samples that way. I don't think you can delete the actual samples, the purchased ones or the ones that come with it, but it would be nice to be able to delete mine. Anyway, having said that, that's not a problem. What we're going to do is just go to audio share, which is here. Okay, and I'm just going to go to this one here and go to Dropbox. Then this will go to our Dropbox. Now, if you're Patreon to the sound test room, you'll already have this pack. This is the Patreon sound pack. It includes 50 samples and different things. But I'm going to pick a lead sound. Let's find one. 4-octave piano. We won't have that one. Phased lead, rich sync bass. Let's see. Sonic synth vocal. Let's try that one. And I'll import that. And I know it's done in C because I recorded it with C. So it's a C3. Great. Okay, so I could trim a little bit off the front there, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. Right, okay, so what we need to do now is this here and general pasteboard. So I don't have audio copy too. So general pasteboard, and it's done. So we can get rid of audio share now. And let's go back into BeatHawk. And we're in user library. Now, this is tiny, right at the top of it, this little blue square thing, this little blue file icon thing here. Just tap on that. And you can see your different things. You can restore your pictures, select all packages, refresh, or audio copy paste. So let's do that. Now, this another thing as well. I don't know. We'll just copy that. It would also be nice, right? If, let's go to user library, and there it is. It would be nice if I could rename this, but double tapping it or anything doesn't. So I'd like to be able to call that vocal lead sound. So if you're watching that as well, a nice thing would be to delete these samples or rename them as well. Okay, so like I said, they're minor niggles. So I'm going to put that into that one up there. Load, and it's done. Exit, and there is my sample on C. So I know it's C. Now, did you see what we need to do now is trim that a little tiny bit there. Okay, so that's better. It's a little bit quiet, but doesn't matter. I could have normalized this in audio share use in, but there you go. So we can go back to edit there and now I can play it via the MIDI keyboard or this. But you see how this is how you can get your own samples in there. So I'll put that one in there. Let's go back to the pad there. Let's select this pad, go to browse, and I'm gonna, that's a beat that I had, and I'm gonna put that into there. So load, and I'm gonna select this one down here and load that in there. So I know that beat actually is 120 BPM, and that's already set on 120. So if I just set this off to record, it'll light up next pass to show it's recorded. Okay, start recording. So there's how quick it was to use 3 little samples that I imported from Audio Share, and now I've got that into a thing. Now, what I was saying about saving, we can save project as now, and just Right, test 1, save, and it's done. And then for further saving, just go save project. So the more you do, but do it quite regularly, because like I said, it did crash on me once or twice. Other thing as well I wanted to point out is, like, you could use, so we go to browser now, we could use this as just a sound resource as well. So if you've got this in the input slot in audio bus, you can record it into your favorite DAW, Cubase's, Aurea, whatever you like, Beatmaker 2, what have you, and just use it as a sound. And the sounds are exceptionally good. I like some of these brass sections, are fantastic. But the instruments as well, you've got, I'm going to put this in there. So you could play them in this instrument, but the choirs are superb. So just to select there, we'll put a female ensemble into that one, and then we'll put some kids into that one, and we'll put some male choirs. Put that one in there as well, and then we have mixed choir. That's a nice one. We'll load that into there. Okay, so now we just select the choir we want and choose pitch, and I can play it on the keyboard. And they're very, very nice. And you can do this with anything, the guitars, the synths, and, so this is like I said, it's such an easy, simple, and let's see your ADSR here. Have a bit of sustain. Let's have some nice attack come in. Very nice, lovely. Okay, so let's just, I think we've done a few of these. Fantastic. I think it's a brilliant app. I really do. I think they've made it very, very simple and easy to use. And we've done it now. We have had no glitches whatsoever. Oh, there's another thing as well. So we go into our has a modulation slider which can be recorded as well also. So as you're playing it's recorded, whereas in the track edit stuff I don't think you can record. That sounds nice with lots of reverb and delay. Lovely. Like I said, guys, it's a fabulous app. I think it's the most enjoyable of IMPC Pro and iMachine, and I like both of those apps for different reasons. I really had a good time and really enjoyed it, and I'll probably actually use this because it was easy for me to build drum patterns and stuff. And like I said, you can load a project, you can choose from their factory projects. For instance, Big Room Demo, let's not load the project, just load the kit. We load the kit there, and boom, 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 boom. So now you see I should, oh no, because I'm on test one, aren't I? Sorry, I should have selected new project. Browser, no, new project, load, Big Room Demo, load, kit only. Yeah, that's better. Right, so I'll take the tempo down a little bit, I think, to 100. The thing to note as well, that when it's new, defaults to 1 bar. Okay, so there you go. There you go, guys. Absolutely brill. Well, I love it. I think it's great. I think I've pretty much covered everything. Hope you enjoyed this. Go and get BeatHawk because it's well worth it. Well worth it. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, visit us at soundteststream.com. Become a Patreon, please. It really helps us out. $1 a month, 69p a month. And all the details are in the description of the video below. And I'll see you guys later.